the old police cruiser warm up here for a sec. I think we're gonna talk because I've lived in Florida for like 13 or 14 years now, in Tampa, and I'm gonna tell you the things I hate about it the most. I'll tell you my biggest pet peeves about this city, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna take out the old retired police cruiser today. I've got a lot of photo shoots to do, and then I have to go by the car wash and give this thing a wash because it looks trashed and unhappy and sad. So that's what we're gonna do. That's those are the plans. So let's get out here on the road. It's almost done warming up, it sounds like. We're ready to get going. Alright guys, it's pretty much warmed up. I'm waiting for the third line to hit here on the warm up. I suppose I can troll out of here real slow. We'll see. Let's do that. We'll troll out of here nice and slow. Yeah, this bike needs a wash bad. It's got stuff all over it. Alright, let's get going here. Oh boy. So yeah, we're going to talk today about my biggest pet peeves with living in Florida while I do these photo shoots today. I'm only doing photo shoots today, and that's the end of it. 14.9 miles, or 4.9 miles to my destination. So that's one of my pet peeves I just passed. Swing on out here real quick and make this U-ey real fast. Well, looks like I got dragged into that, and this is telling me to make a left, which means we're going to be taking this all the way down to most likely almost Harney. So here's another one of my biggest pet peeves for this town. Lights. The lights here are just horrific. They are so bad. Granted, they don't do stoplight tickets anymore for people if you blow the stoplight, but they used to. But these lights here are just horrible. They take forever to get through, and I mean ever. Some of these lights are just so poorly timed, and they don't come back and redo any of them based on time frames or set them up for time slots at night. You could be sitting at a light for 10 minutes almost before it'll finally change. The lights here in Tampa are just ridiculous. So if you're coming here to visit, right? If you're coming here to visit, just be prepared. Our lights take forever to get through, and that's why we get tons of traffic buildup everywhere. So we have way too many lights. It's really frustrating. Another big one, our roads. Our roads here are garbage. We pay tons in taxes, and they don't care for any of these roads. Nothing. These roads haven't been done in forever. They're just falling apart, degrading, they're rough shape. All the roads in Tampa look like they would rather spend money on palm trees and making the exits off the highway look beautiful just to get you to come here than they would to actually put time and energy and effort into our roads. It's really kind of sad. It's sad how our, I don't know, township, whatever, I think it depends on the county you're in, but it's really sad how they just don't care. So it's frustrating. I could go. I think I'll wait this guy out. I don't know what he's gonna do. I think he's coming straight. Yeah, he's coming straight, so alright. Anyways, so that's another big one. And speed bumps. Everywhere you go have speed bumps. Even big roads, major roads, sometimes just have weirdly 400 speed bumps. If you move into any kind of apartment complex around here or housing community, you can expect you're going to deal with speed bumps. And my biggest gripe with speed bumps is that once they're installed, all it does is destroy the front end of your suspension. It doesn't matter how slow or how fast you drive over speed bumps, they destroy your suspension. So if you move into a community, like every single apartment complex around here, see these roads, this is what I was talking about, they just don't care for our roads. So, but if you move into any apartment complex or large townhomes or anything like that, you can expect you're going to have speed bumps. And within 2 years of living there, think about how many times you're going to, let's say you live halfway through the neighborhood in the back, right? There's 14 speed bumps on your way out that you have to hit. Ouch. Jeez, this bike has really good suspension. That really hurt. There's 14 speed bumps that you have to hit out and back in every time you come and leave the property. Now imagine, even if you're going slow, what kind of wear and tear that's putting on your drive components and suspension on your car every single day, every trip to the store, every whatever you do, every single time you leave and come back. So if you leave and come back your house, do the math yourself. Let's say you leave your complex 5 times that day, 6 times, right? That's 14 speed bumps every time you leave and come back. 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. Imagine the amount of damage you're doing to your car over a year or 2 years. A brand new car within a couple years will start having some severe suspension problems. And people just don't realize that. And they're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. Every single community has them. Some of them are pleasant to hit and they don't do much damage at all. And some of them are just really, really gnarly, large bumps that are just super destructive to vehicles. So that's another thing to consider out. If you're thinking about moving here, you probably want to try to move into a house that's not an apartment complex or a townhomes or something like that. Otherwise, you're going to run into tons of speed bumps. My next pet peeve. This is going to apply to only some people. Some people are going to see this as a great thing. Some people are not. There are strip clubs everywhere, especially on Nebraska Avenue. Strip clubs, strip clubs, strip clubs. And they're all grimy. I've never actually been to a gentleman's club just to hang out with the boys or have a few drinks or whatever, night out on the town. I've never actually been to one that hasn't been sleazy. So I've been to other cities and they've had awesome strip joints, and you know, and I'm not saying I go to them all the time. I'm just saying, like, we are the sleazeball capital for these things. You know, they're just, we have a gross amount of them here. It's really kind of sad, to be honest. And a lot of the women that work there just don't take care of themselves. They all smell like body odor. They're just gross. They barely shower before they come to work. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that's all of them. Hey, gotta pay your way in life. I get it. But, you know, I'm a lot more likely to spend money at you if you smell better and you don't look like poo. So, anyways, that's another big one. Traffic. Traffic is insane here. We could have 5-lane highways and still be completely backed up and just trashed with traffic. And that's because the stoplights and the exits on every major highway around here were just poorly designed for the amount of cars that they allow on the road. Just bad, 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 bad. Ugh, sorry. Oh my God, this is a really nice cruiser motorcycle and I'm feeling all of that. All of it. That's how rough these roads are. This should be a nice ride. The suspension on this bike is in great shape. So, traffic. If you come here, bear in mind you are going to deal with severe traffic. People do not care about where you have to be. They only care about themselves here, and they will act accordingly when they drive. You'll be cut off, you'll be given the finger, people will road rage at you. It's disgusting how they treat one another here in the Tampa Bay area. So I moved here, like I said, 13, 14 years ago, and I will say that my overall experience here has been a lot of the people here are just all me people. It's been very hard to make friendships because it seems like every time I do, people are only friends with you until they get what they want, and then they'll stab you in the back. And that's really sad to me. It's sad. I came from a town that had like maybe 3,000 people in it. Oh God, why did it take me down speed bump and railroad tracks and all that garbage? I've been to a lot of different areas, lived different places, and I gotta tell you, this is the worst place I have lived for interaction with people. You could hold the door open and the rarity that somebody would say thank you is just crazy. They'll just give you a snide look and then walk right past you like you shouldn't have held the door open for them. You know, and that's sad. That's very sad to me that that's the case. I have never felt so unwelcome at a place ever. We are also a heavy tourist destination, which means constantly there's going to be lots of traffic in the summertime. And in the wintertime, it's not nearly as bad, but we still get a lot of the snowbirds that come down here and they forget how to drive on these roads because they go back to their small little towns they came from, and then they come back here and they forget like big major roads with lots of traffic, so they drive really slow, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Bars. We are overloaded and saturated with bars. Now that can be said about anywhere, right? But the drinks here are crazy expensive because all of this is like a big tourist area, so they just, even the locals have to pay tourist destination pricing on drinks, and we live here. You know, you go to a place and they're like $17 to $23 for a decent little mixed drink. That's crazy. It's craziness. You know, it's very hard to find little pubs and stuff, and that's my suggestion to you, is find pubs. Look at this asshole. Look at this guy. I'm actually going the speed limit. Like, I'm going 30 miles an hour, and that dude is going like 60. What a jerk. That's crazy. Crazy. Oops, this person did not see me coming, so they just pulled out. Look at these roads. I'm having to, like, dodge everything. That's so sad. So sad. So yes, we have lots of bars. And I will be making a second part of this about the things I do love about Tampa. So don't take this one strictly to heart. There are things I do enjoy about this city. It's not a lot, but I do. And there are things to come here and visit for. Good reasons. So don't let me talk you out of it just yet. You may want to watch the good things I enjoy about Tampa. But as of right now, traffic, law enforcement's crazy. They don't give any breaks here. Doesn't matter what police force you get pulled over for. They're all jerks here. They all just want to write tickets. They're not friendly in the slightest. Doesn't matter how you treat them. Just be expecting that if you get pulled over, majority of the time you're going to get a ticket. And that's sad. That's sad. Ugh, God. I'm riding one of the best touring platform motorcycles, and I'm hitting these bumps and they just feel like they're just hurting me. Grr. Alright, let's get going here, because I think, oh, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Jesus, what a jerk. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. They actually stopped in a roundabout because they have no idea how to use a roundabout. What in the world? Anyways, guys, signing off. I gotta finish this photo shoot, which is just around the corner from where I'm at now, so let me get this done and be sticking around for part 2. I will have a part 2 to this of the things that I do enjoy about Tampa. So catch you guys on the flip. Toodles.